Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of EPL Insights. I hope you had a very good day and you have enjoyed the football matches which were today. I'm happy. Arsenal won their match against Bournemouth and we are top of the league. I'm so happy for the win, but I would be lying if I say I wasn't nervous about the performance we had and the way the match was going. And it was a very nervy match. The first half was a little bit too slow, little bit boring. Arsenal were trying to get into their like third or second gear, and they were like trying to do the game management. They were trying to make sure that they do not lose the ball a lot, or they do not give chances to Bournemouth, and they were a little bit too cautious, I would say. And understandably, as our one of our best defender, Gabriel Magalhães, made a terrible mistake, and due to that reason, Bournemouth were able to score and open the scoring, which was a setback for us because that totally derailed your game plan or affect your game plan, the way you want to handle the game, the way you want to manage the game. It totally changes a lot of things because now you have to be cautious, little bit more cautious, because you don't want to be in a situation where you go 2-0 down in the first half and suddenly it becomes very difficult for you to get back into the game. Considering the situation in which Arsenal are, i I was very nervous. And maybe due to too much emotion attached with Arsenal, I was not like thinking like a analyst or a pundit or sort of a person who's reviewing the game from the outside. And due to too much emotions attached with Arsenal, I was very nervy and very unhappy with the first half performance because I felt like, although we were not like in a situation where Bournemouth was creating a lot of chances, but I would say that like we were also not creating any much chances and we were not having joy in the final third. Midweke had some good moments every now and then, but again, Jokers and Martinelli had a very okay game, a very quiet game. Although for the second goal, I believe Jokers was the one who made sure that he dragged the defenders in the D alongside him, and due to that, he created the space for Declan Rice to shoot that goal. And how important is Declan Rice for us? Man, I like he's having a Ballon d'Or season. I would say I'm not saying he would be he will win the Ballon d'Or, but what a performance he is having. And we even in the last match, I would say in the second half against Aston Villa, we didn't miss him. But in the first half, there were definitely signs where we could have said like we really need Declan Rice in this match. And somehow, but we managed the first half, and in the second half against Aston Villa, we totally changed the game. And again in this match as well, we came strong in the second half and we scored in like in the first 10 minutes, and then we started managing the game. Then we scored the third goal against Declan Rice. What a good game he had. But after that, the issue, the challenge, I would say, the thing, the complacency sort of a thing, it was our players started being complacent, and like they were in the situation, or the mindset we had at that time. I feel like in our place, like Bournemouth would do anything, they won't do any harm, and we will now win this game easily, and let's just do passes here and over there and just keep the ball, or just let them have the ball. They won't do much, they won't do any damage. But that again cost us today as well. Like that is something which bring the Bournemouth team back into the game, and suddenly from nowhere they had a chance. I know that like it was a very wonderful goal, and Raya was like he could not see the shoot clearly. Like defenders were in front of him, and when he saw the ball, it was already like passing alongside him, and he was going into the net, and he was not able to save that. But I would say that this complacency, we have to remove that. We cannot be complacent in such moments where we have a very good lead against a very tough opponent, Manchester City. I mean, in the title race, and we cannot give them any room or space or sort of a hope that they can come back and take over the lead from us. So that's why we have to be very careful in these situations, and that is something we need to work on. I believe again Arteta mentioned in his previous conferences sometimes as well that he did not like the way we managed the last 10 minutes of the game. And once again, today we conceded in the last 10 minutes. And that is something we need to work on and make sure that it doesn't happen again and again, because this is something is hurting a lot. Not only like as a fan, but as a player, when you are in the last 10 minutes and you know you have just one goal lead and you have conceded in the last 10 minutes, and now you are very sort of like anxiety hits you as well. At that side, you want to make sure that nobody passes through, nobody gets a chance. And even in terms of like when you try to stop all those chances or plays, sometimes you get a yellow card, sometimes you concede, sometimes you make foul, sometimes you get injured as well at the same time. So these are the things which impact you when you concede in the last 10 minutes or last 5 minutes of the game, because then from there onward players feel nervous. As I said, anxiety hits you as well at that time, and they try to do everything. Like we know at the end of the game players are drained, they are having less energy, they cannot focus, or they want to just make sure that they do not make any silly mistakes. And during that period of time, if you are in such a situation where you have to stop the opponent from scoring and you have to defend that 1-0 narrow lead, then that kind of thing can impact your physical fitness, injuries, and as I said, that your mental health as well and mentality as well at that time. So that's why we have to work on this thing, and we have to make sure that we do not I do not want us to concede, but definitely not in the last 10 minutes, because it doesn't give you a lot of chance to come back into the game. Time is very less at that point of time, and you cannot do a lot to do anything to make sure that you turn the situation again and come back into the game again. Against Brighton, we were able to do that, and through an own goal, and we were able to win that game. But that will not happen again and again, and then the opponents will not give you chances. So that is something which I feel, again, I am a little bit worried about that impact. Apart from that, I believe we had a very good game. Rice, I would say he's my man of the match, and what a wonderful play he is. The kind of precision he has in his shooting, his right foot is very, very good. And alongside that, again, Odegaard, another good game. As I said in the past, my past videos as well, that we have starting seeing the Odegaard which we seen a couple of years ago, where he scored 15 goals and had 10 or more assists as well at the same times. Again in this match, he had an assist, he was creating chances for our team, and that's something he needs to keep doing more and more. And our attackers need to make sure that they create a link up, they create a chemistry, they create an understanding with Odegaard, so they can thrive on those chances, thrive on those passes to score and help Arsenal win those games and definitely these titles. Alongside that, I would say Zubamendi, he is the signing of season for Arsenal. I would say that the way he has, uh, like, he doesn't look like he's playing here for just 1918 games, like, or for 6 months. He's like looking like a player who is like playing side Rice, Odegaard, or other players, Marino, uh, with our back line, Gabriel Saliba, for more than 2 years. The kind of chemistry he has, the kind of understanding he has, the kind of impact he is having, the way our back line depends on him, the way Rice trust on him, the way Odegaard trust on him, because normally we would see Odegaard is coming in our, like, in our own half near the front and getting the pass from our center backs and then try to create chances and going into the opponent's half. But now, what with the help of Zubamendi, he can stay in the opponent's half, and Zubamendi is the one who is taking the ball from the center backs and trying to create those chances. So that's why the impact of Zubamendi is very, very crucial and very important. And as I said, that no doubt Rice is one of the like having best season of his life, but alongside him, Zubamendi needs to be given credit, because he is someone who is like coming into a new league, new team, new style of play, and then building that chemistry, understanding with all these players, and the way he's impacting our team. I would say it's marvelous, and hats off to him. And I would say thank you so much for this signing. He's a great, great asset for us. Alongside that, Saka, I'm happy to see that Saka, Trossard, they were able to get some rest, and Madueke, in his absence, did a good job. Martinelli had a very okay game. He didn't impact the game a lot, but overall, I'm happy that our players are getting rest as well. At the same time, I would have liked to see Eze, but I believe due to the second goal, when we considered he didn't brought Eze or Lewis Kelly or any other player, he trusted Arteta trusted Marino, and that's why he brought him in to make sure that we manage the game and we close the game by staying on the top of the league. And Marino did a good job by coming in. He just not only provide us with the strength and the physicality in the midfield, but he also provide like give us the benefit of his height in the air, and he can defend corners. And again, as I said, he can help us scoring in the other half and the other team side as well. So that's why his I would say that's why his Teta substitution was right. But again, I said I would have loved to see Eze in this game. But let's see, we have a lot of games coming in this month. We have semi-final against Chelsea for Copa Cup. Then we have a Champions League match, and that in those matches, I would say Eze will get his chance to play and show how good a player he is. Overall, talking about the stats, I would say, as I said, that first half was very slow, and you can see in the stats as well that we only had 11 shots as compared to Bournemouth. They had 14 shots on goal, but on target, we are better than him. We had 5 shots, and they have 3 shots, and we definitely had a more possession and better pass accuracy than Bournemouth. But and we were creating chances, but as I said, that our front line needs to do more. They need to build more chemistry with our attacking midfielders like uh, Zubamendi, Odegaard, and Rice. They need to be have a sort of better understanding with these our midfield and create and thrive on those chances and convert those chances into goals. So that's the only sort of a feedback or a negative thing from my side for this match. But overall, our performance was good. I'm happy, and especially with the second half, not with the first half, but thanks to Rice that we were able to win this match and stay on the top of the league. Do let me know who is your man of the match, and mine is, as I said, is Rice. Before I end this video, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with others. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.